That's right, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Something to Smile About Small Business Saturday here in the Fun Life community on the Childlike Faith podcast, guys. Today we're going to be talking about why most networking groups they just don't work. But also I'm going to share with you what does. I mean, wouldn't you want to know? I mean, if this was you, have you ever been to a networking event and it just didn't quite go as planned? Maybe you came home with more business cards than you actually gave out. I know that doesn't happen to anyone else, but I've done my fair share of networking groups, and guys, it's not the same, guys. So we got to be able to we have to be able to convert those conversations into clients. And so that's what I'm going to be sharing with you guys here today. So hang tight with me, because for the next little bit, we're going to be able to help you guys be more, do more, and have more at your next networking event. You got one coming up? I do. And so I'm going to be implementing some of this stuff right here. So guys, here's what we're going to be talking about on Something to Smile About Saturday here in the Childlike Faith podcast, right? Let me go ahead and kind of change this. Welcome for all of our first-time visitors, first-time guests. Thank you for showing up. Appreciate you being on here. Because listen, the Childlike Faith podcast is the podcast for Christian entrepreneurs who want to grow and scale their business so that they can achieve the financial freedom they're looking for without sacrificing their time, their family, their faith, or their joy. We're not giving up on that, boys and girls. And so today you just happen to have landed on Small Business Saturday. And today, again, as I mentioned earlier, we're going to be talking about why most networking groups, they don't work. And stay tuned, because I'm going to share with you what does. Ready? Here we go. Let's just say that this may ruffle a few feathers, because there's some networking gurus out there that say this does work. Okay, I get it. If it did, well, let's not get bogged down. So here's the thing. Most networking groups don't work. Matter of fact, as Bob Beaudine says, networking is not working, done traditionally. Not because networking doesn't work, but because the way we've been taught to do it is broken, right? Maybe is it just me, right? Too many business cards. Anybody, again, as I mentioned earlier, you get too many business cards, too many awkward elevator pitches, somebody already trying to sell you something, you don't even really know who they are yet. Too many people saying, let's connect, let's connect, and then disappearing like those socks in the drawer, in the dryer. I know that doesn't happen to you guys, but I've had to start using just different socks. I mean, who's looking at my socks, really? It's kind of a cool thing now. I think I started a fad. I don't know. So let me ask you this. Ready? How many networking meetings have you gone to recently? And you left feeling busy, but not actually better. Today, guys, we're going to fix that. So hang tight, because that's what I'm going to be helping you with. The problem, you ready? Is that here? The problem is this. People are focusing too much on transactions over transformation. When you do that, you get everything out of alignment. And so people show up thinking, what can I get? Instead of, who can I serve? I mean, really, who is my ideal client? Is my ideal client even in the room? Maybe, maybe not. Here's the thing. Bob Beaudine says that in The Power of Who, he teaches us something very powerful. You ready? Write this down. This is going to be one of those writer downers. Your success, yes, your success is not based on what you know. I'm glad you're educated. I'm glad you got a PhD. I'm glad you have all these certificates. But here's the thing. It's not about what you know. It's based on who you already know, and more importantly, who they know. You see, most people treat rooms like a vending machine. Swipe a card, expect a client, right? That's not networking, guys. That is wishful thinking. So those of you that are coming on, appreciate you being on here. Hey, in the chat, where are you coming from? Where are you at? Where are you coming from? Let me know where you're watching this from. What time are you watching this? That kind of helps the algorithm. Today we're coming on a little bit later than we normally do on Small Business Saturday here in the Fun Life community on the Childlike Faith podcast, because we're trying to kind of see who's live, who watches it on replay. So in the chat, where are you watching from, and what time are you seeing this? Are you watching it live, or are you watching on the replay? Because here's the thing. The other reason why networking doesn't work is because you don't work, right? There's no follow-up system. And so let's bring in the game of numbers. You guys know I teach Nick Murray's Game of Numbers book. And here's the thing. Most people think that I went to a meeting, I did my part. It's so much more than that. The meeting is just the starting line. It's not the finish line, guys. Nick Murray's challenged us to change our style of thinking. And he reminds us that this, right? Consistency beats intensity. I'm telling you, consistently will break that resistance. Consistency will help you be more, do more, and have more if you just continually do it. Show up and show out. That's why I love sharing with people the idea of the tortoise and the hare. Thank you, Kelly, Seymour, Texas. Thank you for joining us live. Appreciate you being on here. Seriously, guys, consistency beats intensity. That's why I love my favorite book. The motivational book you'll ever watch or hear or read is The Tortoise and the Hare. Not because of its intensity, right? That's the rabbit. But the consistency of the turtle just showing up day in and day out, not stopping. But here's the thing, with no follow-up, guys, there's no system. There's no intentional outreach. Then all you did was just attend an event. It's kind of like having a conversation with the client and you don't give them the next step. There's no call to action. All you're doing is having a pleasant conversation. And I'm all about pleasant conversations, but at some point, those conversations have to convert. If you don't have, hey, listen, if you don't have my 8C framework of how to go from conversation to congratulations, hey, put it down in the chat. I'll email it, DM it to you, whatever. Shoot me your info. I'll text it to you. It just shows you how to go from conversation to congratulations. We'll just say congrats. People can't spell it. I can't say it this morning. But here's the thing. Here is the real reason. I was speaking to a gentleman yesterday. He's a big sales manager nationwide around the country. Right here in our little town of East Texas, they do some of the biggest sales all around the country. And here's the thing, what he told me. Sales is all about relationships. Go back several episodes. Go back to 2023 when we started doing this. That is exactly what I've been telling you guys. Sales is nothing more and nothing less than being able to share, right? To be able to start to have those relationships with people, because people buy from people they know, like, and trust. And we found out recently, guys, they don't even have to really like you or know you. They just have to trust that you're going to be able to solve their problem. So here's the thing. You're not establishing real relationships. You're not. I wish I could tell you were. But here's the thing. Let's be honest. Can we be honest with one another? A lot of networking groups are filled with surface level conversations, forced referrals, and zero real connections. That's exactly what happened. I mean, you want Bible? I got Bible for you, baby. You didn't come here on the Childlike Faith podcast and expect to get out of here without a scripture. Oh, gosh. Ecclesiastes 4:9 says, 2 are better than 1 because they have a good return for their labor, guys. And when 2 people get together and start to share good ideas, it converts and transforms into a God idea. And that is the kind of group that I'm putting together, right? We're not talking about acquaintances. We're not talking about just contacts in your phone. You have enough contacts in your phone. We're talking about real world connections. So I want you to shift your mindset for just a little bit, because here's what actually works. Get your pen and paper ready. Save this on your phone somehow to be able to understand what really works, because we want to be able to simplify it, right? Cool kid style. That's what we're talking about here. We want to help you get into the right rooms. That's number one. Get in the right room, get on the right stages, build the right relationships, have that right rhythm, the algorithm, right? That equals real results. That's why we are doing what we're doing. It's not about more people. It's not about quantity. We're talking about quality. It's about the right people. It's not about more meetings. Yeah. Tell me, yes or yes, y'all have enough meetings, right? It's about those meaningful connections. It's not about the pressure, right? A lot of times you feel pressure to perform, pressure to produce, pressure. No, guys, it's not about pressure. It's about proximity. Getting around the right people, in the right rooms, in the right environment, cohesive and conducive to being able to create more, to be more, to do more. Guys, you can't give what you don't have. And when you start to have those real relationships, all of a sudden, right, you start to give. You give of your time and your talent, your treasure, your resources, and it just begins to come back to you, pressed down, shaken together. Yeah, y'all know what I'm talking about, right? Because when you get in the right room, here's the thing about opportunities. They start chasing you. They start coming after you. All right, we got to wrap this up because we got a meeting here in about 10, 15 minutes. So let me ask you this. What would happen? Seriously, what would happen if you, yes, you, were surrounded by people who actually looked for ways to help you grow your business? What would happen if you had consistent, intentional conversations that led to real opportunities? And what would happen if you built relationships that turned into referrals, naturally, not forced, right? We're not trying to be like the stepsisters in Cinderella. They're trying to force that shoe on. Baby, it ain't going, right? And so naturally, it just kind of, those referrals just come almost as if by default. And so, how would your business change? How would your confidence grow? And how much more fun? Now we're starting to get into my area, right? How much more fun would this whole thing feel? Guys, I want to share something with you because here's the thing. Are you ready? Here we go. We're talking about growth engine network. Ladies and gentlemen, this is exactly what I went to. I went to the one in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, and I liked it so much. I fell in love with it. I'm telling you guys, we're bringing it here. We're bringing it here to East Texas. And so this is not your typical networking group. This is the growth-driven community for serious entrepreneurs who are ready to build real relationships, who are ready to go out there and start to create those consistent opportunities that grow their business with intention. And here's the best part. You ready? We're doing it in two different ways. One of them is local meetup, and it's not a weekly meeting. We're going to do it every 2 weeks, right? At least twice a month. And then the reason we called it the Nationals is because we're going to go ahead and do this to where we're actually able to do it nationwide, because some of the connections that I have, they aren't able to come to the East Texas area. So created a hybrid. We're going to be able to do on the weeks that we don't meet in person, we're going to be doing it virtually so that the people that have these businesses that are nationwide can come in and share referrals and do the exact same thing. So here's the thing. We're building this from the ground up, which means two things. Are you ready? You're not just joining a group. You're becoming part of the foundation. And so if you've ever felt like, I know networking should work, but something is missing, you know what I'm talking about. I know you know what I'm talking about. Here's the thing. I want you to comment down in the comment section or DM me directly. You got my phone number scrolling down across the bottom, or go to funlifecoaching.com and choose the platform of your choice that we can connect and type in the word Gen, Gen, or go to DM me the word network. Because here's the thing that we are doing with Jen is that here's the East Texas Nationals. This is our logo that we decided to come up with here. Let me remove this. All right, here. Yeah, here we go. Here's the thing, guys. I want you guys to be able to come and be part of this from the ground up, because I want your ideas. We've got our first two people with myself. There's 3 included. We've got a few more spots available, so come out. I'm trying to keep it we're trying to keep it small. And if it grows beyond that, then perfect. But I want to keep it small because I'm talking about quality referrals that we can just kind of help each other's businesses intentionally grow. And that's what we're doing. I'll send you the details. I'll get you plugged in. We're currently building our founding group. And so I want you to be part of that. I want you guys, because once those seats filled up, that's it. That's it. We're good. I don't need 15. I don't need 30. I don't need 40 people in the group. I've been to those networking events. I've been to those. No, I'm looking for small, intentional, and precise people that are going to help your business grow. We're going to help your business scale. And it's not just about referrals. We're doing some coaching inside the training. We're doing some training inside the coaching, and vice versa, guys. You're not going to want to miss out on this opportunity, right? Proverbs 13:20 says it this way: walk with the wise and you will become wise. Jim Rohn said it. Zig Ziglar said it. All these people have said it. You become the average of the 5 people you hang around, guys. And that's why we are helping you to get into the right room. We've got enough connections. I know somebody out there is going to be able to benefit because of what we're doing, right? It doesn't say scroll with the wise. It doesn't say like their posts. It says walk with them. And that's why we're building what we're building, guys. That's it, my friends. That's it. That is something to smile about Saturday. So again, if you want to come and hang out, DM me the word Jen, DM me the word networking, message me directly, call me, 903-570-0052. Text me. It'll come right to my phone, and I'll give you the information. We're going to be meeting probably here in the next 2 weeks. So get ready to come out and hang out with us to help us grow this thing. So guys, thank you for hanging out with me again. This has been your playground guide, Johnny Juan Ortiz, here in the Fun Life community on the Childlike Faith podcast, which is the podcast for all of you Christian entrepreneurs who want to grow and scale your business so that you really can achieve the financial freedom you're looking for without sacrificing your time, your family, your faith, or your joy, baby boys and girls. Hey, listen. Hey, come back next Saturday. We're going to be talking about even more stuff on how to make this thing, how to help this networking thing go to that next level. Adios.